That's what you're doing?
Karuma. That's the one we want. That's the verb we want. Karu.
You want to hear the mustard.
Quran.
Everybody have it? Everybody have it? You have it?
No. That's a A. That is?
No. We go to the verb itself. The verb is over here.
Oh,
Okay, so that's the verb itself, okay? That's how we do the vowel for the present tense. And then in parentheses, that's our must start. Or this one, we have two choices, right? Okay, alright? So we see the must start. Everybody see it now?
Yes.
So we're gonna use the karama, okay? If I see it? Right? Karama. Okay? Alright? Now, ismu fa'il for this verb. Huh? Anybody ever heard that name before? What do you hear? What do you hear? Word Kareem. You hear the word Kareem. You don't hear Karim. You don't hear Karim. And I explain to you why right quick. Look at the beginning of the verb karuma. Look at the meaning of it. What does it say? Huh? Look at it again. To what? To be.
To be. Noble.
To be. To be. Okay? If you go back to Sajda, what did it say? To. And it went right, straight into whatever the verb meant. Look at Qur'an. What will it say? To. And it go right into whatever the verb means. Look at Jalasa. To. And go right into whatever the verb is. Verbs in Arabic, this is why when we learn in Arabic, it's like it removes all the doubt. Verbs convey this kind of meaning. It's either going to be an action or a state of being at a particular time. You either going to do this, right? This here is an action. Whereas karumat is a state of being. You become that. So either you have this quality or you don't have it. That's either you a generous person or you not. Everybody, everyone, you either something or you not. It's not like sajda. You can do this or you don't have you know.
You don't become that.
Right, you just do it's something you do. So ismu fa'il, the noun of the fa'il means that this person is doing it. Don't mean that's what he internally is. He's just he's
not what he is.
Right. But that's why you can't make ismu fa'il out of this kind of verb. You can't give if it ain't you. And we know a whole lot of because it ain't them. So verbs that have that kind of meaning, to become something or a state of being, they don't. That's why we said if it's applicable, you form your ismu fa'il, ismu maf'ul. Verbs like that, like karuma, you can't make ismu fa'il out of those kind of verbs because ismu fa'il means it denotes an action, right? And for these other kind of verbs, we're using the word kareem. I mean, we have a lot of words like kareem. Think about them. Come on. Sabir is one. Come on. Rahim is one. I mean, even from our vocabulary words that we had, just to ease it. Jadid, Qadim. That's what state. It's a position. It's not action.
You do is something you are.
Right.
Or you're not.
Right. What do you say?
What do we do?
Habib. You don't say have. It's not an act. It's
Have it.
either you love the joke or you don't love it. Even if she, right? You understand, right? So the point making is that I'm going to not even become political this morning. No, I'm going to stay away from the politic game from this morning. When you're reading in the Quran or the Hadith, all of these ideas, if a person truly understands the language, is what's stirring up. This is what you're getting from the language itself, right from the beginning. You understand? This is what you gather right from the beginning. So, there's a difference between a word like jealous. Oh, no, I got one for you. I got one for you. We have the verb alima. Everybody know the verb alima? Alima. Alima means, all right, we have the verb alima. Alima. Alima means to know. Present tense? Ya'lamu. Ya'lamu. Right? Okay? Masdar. Let's get the masdar out of the way. Masdar. Not the imperative. Masdar. Come on. You don't need a dictionary for that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alima ya'lamu. Come on. What do we seek? There you go. That's your masdar. That's what I say. You don't need the dictionary for that. We know that word. Okay? Ismu fa'il. Alim. We know that word, don't we?
Oh, ismu fa'il.
Right? Alim. Right? Say it. Right? So we can say alima means what? It means to know. This is an action. This is an action, right? Allah is what? Alim. Alim. We don't say Allah is alim. You see the difference now?
Yeah.
We say Allah is alim. None of us are alim. We can be alim because it can come and go. We don't have to be that.
But that's just a state. Right?
This is a state, and this is Allah. May He be exalted. They're different. That's what it's already it's embedded in the language already.
This is. I was going to say, like, this to me, this is a lot more than just grammar. This language has a lot more in it than this is why I would assume that Allah chose this language, because it has a lot more to it than just
the meaning.
Right, this is a sentence. This ain't a sentence. This ain't like in the language. You seeing like where things are being extracted. Where you like, if you even understand a little bit of grammar, when you read the Quran, it
takes it to a whole, right. But you see the difference. The two words here, we have alim and we have alim.
You can think that if you become knowledgeable, that means someone taught you.
But
you become knowledgeable by someone teaching you. But Allah is alim.
Nobody
had to teach him.
Like
He knew everything.
it's a state. It's just a state.
Right. That's
what
it.
he is.
Yeah, that's what he is. This is
Right. And this here so in other words, if it's ismu fa'il as an action, right? And this is quantitative now. Now you see how we're getting into a whole nother realm of science now. If it's quantitative, quantitative and it's qualified. This is something that increases or it can decrease.
But when you are lean,
Right? That's just
what you
is what it
is.
And that's only Allah. Allah is only alim. So look at it.
I was thinking, you know the names of Allah, how the names of Allah are, right?
Thank
I was
you.
just thinking about it, and I was saying, they saying, well, you can't take the names of Allah. I thought it was because it was Allah, but grammatically you can't take
You
it.
can't do it.
With the meaning. That's
With the
why we have to
meaning.
be Abdul. Servant of the one who is. We can't call ourselves Alim.
Everybody says it, but they never explained to us why. Why you couldn't take that name. They said, oh, it's because it's named for Allah. But now we see that it just can't work out. It's not going to work out for me.
Okay, everybody understand the point?
Yeah, because it's two different.
Okay.
So with Kareem, that's not true either. Then someone can't be Kareem. I mean,
They can be what?
because sometimes somebody might be that way, and then sometimes they might be not Kareem. Yeah.
If been with the word mean.
Anti-Kareem.
A person who look, a person who gives with their heart, they don't have they got an open hand. They don't.
Never a state where they.
Some people may. What's their intention? If they give, I mean, if they can't give, then they can't give. But that don't stop you from being Kareem. But if you can give, I mean, we're talking about the person who got it and ain't giving. What is that person?
Non-Kareem.
No, what is that person? No,
Miserly.
honestly. Stingy.
Miserly.
Stingy. Stingy.
Niggardly.
You want to know the word there? That's it, nigger. That's the word. That's the actual word in Arabic, in English. Niggardly. Not a nigger. Niggardly.
Niggardly.
Real close.
Niggardly.
Right? Real close. But that's why we gotta be very careful. We gotta watch the, toe of the line. We gotta, whoa, I ain't going that side. Because we can go there. Right? Look at our position. Look at our state. Right? That's what it says about the mind. Right? They think us that, they treat us like we niggardly. And that's how we act sometimes. We don't give, we don't help, I'm sad, we're in bad shape sometimes. But the point is that those kind of words, because of the concept, I mean, it is what it is. A man or a woman, right? They can become an alim, right? And that information, that ilm, can increase and it can decrease. That's because because an action, it can go up and down. But a state of being is either you have this quality in you, right? Like look, like everybody know the word Jamil, right? Jamil. Nobody is Jamil. You either got it or you ain't got it. You understand? Right? Versus what? So if the word is Jamil, right? Which is a positive thing, alhamdulillah, right? Right? And we hope that we all are that. Heart first, of course. Versus what? What's the opposite of Jamil? Qabih. Qabih.
New word.
No, don't teach them that. But they should know this. It's amazing, Qabih. Here, see, it's because, we maybe physical people or whatever, we need to become spiritual people. Qabih here means someone who has an ugly heart. Their heart is like, ugh, in the actions. Jamil, in character and whatnot. He's Jamil. That's how, but we look at it, he got a nice looking face, You should look at what's the heart, what's the purpose, what people. That's how we should understand Jamil and Qabih.
And that's spelled Qaf,
Qaf, Ba, Ya, Ha.
Okay. Qabih.
Okay? But these kind of words denote state of being. Okay? They're state of beings. Right? And they don't increase, in other words, they're more solid. Look, this is either going to be new or it's going to be old. Jadid or Qadim. You hear the words? Jadid. It's a state. Or Qadim. Right? It's not something that's going to fluctuate. Right? I can be an island, and tomorrow I can become Jahil. And then some people, may Allah preserve us, are Jahil.
Wow.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
I see, yeah.
Okay? That's just how it is with the language.
I wonder why. In English, we got so many words in between those. We don't have this concept.
We don't get right to the point.
It's not new or old. It's new, it's partly used, it's a little bit touched. We got all of this stuff in between. You see what I'm saying? It's not Jadid or Qadim, slightly used. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you try to trick somebody. It's like it's always something to trick somebody. It's just not. It's either new or old.
Ask the Indians, ask the Native Americans about being tricked. Ask our people about being tricked. We know this. I told you I was going to get an apology. I made a deal with them cats.
You almost excited. You opened the door.
Almost, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Dude, being tricked.
I think one thing that's interesting as you're showing this is just that, for me, it's like, it lets you see more so the miracle of the Quran. Because like sometimes when you talk to people, you can get a sense of, well, Muhammad might have just been intelligent and he could have, you know, had these concepts or whatever. But when you see it from the grammar, you know what I mean? Like there's no way
No
a
human
person
being could have done this.
there's no way a person could have figured this out, or a person who was illiterate could have, you know, thousands of verses that adhere to these rules and this structure if you didn't know it. There's no way, you know what I mean? There's no way you could know it
Even
without
if you
knowing it.
did know it.
You know what I mean?
Like,
And that's
the
what,
concept of a grammar.
Like-
You still gotta put in the mathematics, you still gotta put in the
Right.
science.
You know what I
still
never
gotta put in
understood?
But I mean,
the rhythm.
yeah.
still
You
gotta
know
put
what I never understood the ayat where Allah challenged them?
Mhm.
I never understood.
Like,
Like,
he was reading the English.
because I was reading the English, I didn't understand what it meant. I said, man, I can write something
I
sort of
know,
similar
yeah,
like this,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Let me see, get it
And
together.
that's why when Musaylama came with his stuff,
But he came with some wild
Get outta
stuff.
here, man, you like.
And see, the Arabs were people of language. So when they saw the Quran, they was like, "Whoa, this is something else." English is a language. I'll just say that. But so we don't see it like that. We see it. I can write
Because we
that
got all kinds of, like what I was just saying, we got all kinds of stuff.
in between.
In between. It's not either new or old. It's not. It's not. There's all kinds of stuff in between.
Like people, like you ask me, like, "Are you married?" No, but I got friends.
Yeah.
You either married or you're not.
You're
brother.
single.
You had
Friends with
Yes,
benefits.
I'm trying to find the forms of, the tense of these words, like to know we have alimed and ta'lamu.
تعلم.
Ta'lamad. Ta'lamad and, ilm.
Let me see what you wrote. Oh, Ali man. يعلم. That's the present tense.
Okay.
Okay, no, this is Dhamma. يعلم.
Dhamma.
Okay, that's past, present, that's the masdar,
Right,
and that's ism fa'il.
okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we understand how to form. So again, not every verb you come across can you form an ism fa'il. And if you can't, and the reason why you can't is because that verb may denote a state of being, not an action. This is for words that denote action. Okay, that denote an action. And for the other side, for state of being, yeah, no, I mean, you know, it's not the realm of our class now where we at, but there are at least 15 different patterns for those kind of words. Okay, those kind of words. Okay.
He said it's not in the realm of the scope.
We're not there yet. I mean, but you should, just learn the words as you come on. Then, when we're ready for that lesson, it'd be easy to, okay, these words, because there's no set pattern. You have to learn these words as you go along. Okay? But the grammarians, some of the scholars, they have said these are the patterns you look for. Okay? And we know some of them already. We just probably didn't know that. Rahim, talked about it last week, Rahman.
Yeah.
All these kind of words are like that. Okay? Okay? All right? So that's your ismul fa'il. All right? So now we know how to extract the past tense, present tense, the imperative, the masdar, and now ismul fa'il. And we know, right? And ismul fa'il, again, is always on this pattern. Fa'il, it looks just like this. Right? And it's taken from a word that, again, expresses action. Okay? Now your ismul maf'ul, same thing. Okay? Same thing. Look at the pattern, maf'ul. It's going to be on this pattern. What's the pattern? It's going to begin with the letter mim, followed by the original letter with sukoon, followed by the middle letter with long dhamma. Maf'ul. That's the pattern. Okay, you see it? Everybody see the pattern?
Yes, yeah.
Right? Okay, so before we go into that, again, let's do a common sense approach. In reading, if we had mim, there's only 3 ways we can read the letter mim. Okay? It's either going to be read with a fatha, kesra, or a dhamma. That's it. Okay? Meaning starting out. We're not going to put sukoon here because we can't start out a word with sukoon. So there's no need in putting the sukoon up here. Right? So in other words, if you saw a word, right? Watch. If we said, for an example, okay? Meme is only going to begin with either fatha, as we mentioned, okay? Kasra, or with dhamma. The only choices you have with a meme to start out a word, okay? If it's a fatha, okay, this is the pattern we want, though, for ismu maf'ul. You clearly can tell the difference between this word and this word, because you can see it's a different kind of pattern, right? And we said ismu maf'ul is going to begin with a meme, followed by sukoon, and then the third letter, or the middle letter, excuse me, is long dhamma. And so you can see that's an example like ma'bud. Okay, ma'bud. Okay, right? Everybody see this, the pattern here? Ma'bud. Okay, so what does ismu maf'ul mean? If we understand what ismu fa'il means, remember, fa'il and maf'ul are opposites. If your fa'il is the doer, the maf'ul is the receiver or the recipient. So it's a noun you want to make that comes directly from the verb itself. Right?
The receiving.
Right, exactly. From the verb itself. So in other words, if we say something like, if we say, fataha, bilalun al-bab. Al-bab. Right? Okay, everybody understand the sentence? Fataha bilalun al-bab. Okay? All right, so then if we want to say, if we want to extract truths from this here, we would say then what? Bilal fatihun. Wal bab maftuh. Everybody understand? Everybody understand it? Look, this is what we're saying. Fataha bilalun al-bab. Okay? Everybody understand this? This is what the reality is. And this is, so based on this here, this is what we can say then. Based on this sentence, we can then say bilalun fatihun. Everybody understand that? Wal babu maftuh. So when we see a sentence that says something like this here, because it came in our book, right? Al babu, remember? It came in a book. Translated. Al babu maftuh. The door is open.
There's no fat.
The door is open. But look at the word. Look at the word though. What kind of word is this? Ismu maf'ul. How did we get to this here? Here, we just being informed.
Oh, man,
That's what, we just being told what happened, but the maf'ul is not telling us who did it. Maf'ul doesn't tell us that. It just that it became, it's the recipient, it's the end result of that. But we know because of the word fataha, someone had to do it. The door became that. Here we're not concerned about who did it. You don't see it yet, Ali?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Is that a tense? Like past, it's not tense.
Not a tense. Okay. All right. All right.
'Cause those things are the same, mean the same thing, right? Except for that.
Does what mean what?
At the bottom you said, and the door is open. But this is saying Bilal is the catalyst for that door being open, so that
Wait,
would
you talking about this one
go
here?
all the way at the bottom.
Okay. Let's deal with this one first.
Okay.
Explain that. Explain that. Fataha Bilalun al-Bab. Explain it.
Bilal opened the door.
No, explain it grammatically. What's going on grammatically?
Oh, Fatah is a verb.
Is the verb.
Okay.
Okay.
Bilalun is a noun and it's the
No, Bilal is, don't say,
the fa'il.
is the fa'il.
Yes.
This is what you said, fa'il.
Yes.
Bilal, and what does a fa'il mean?
He's the catalyst for something happening. He does the doer.
The one who did that action.
Okay, yeah, he did that.
Okay.
Okay.
And the fa'il in Arabic is always marfu with dhamma.
Mhm.
Okay, move on.
Okay. And that is the
And say the word.
that
Al-Bab.
is the ism maf'ul. It's not.
No, not now.
Not now. Okay.
Can't be. If you have a verb, what do you need?
It's the
Come on, that's on the tip of your tongue. Take it off. Take it off.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, do that.
It might pop out. Now I'm confused.
Somebody help him?
Yeah, full.
Yeah, that's the word that was on the tip of your tongue, right?
Yes.
You take it off.
I couldn't think of it at the
Okay?
time.
It's the maf'ulun bihi, right?
Yes.
And the maf'ulun bihi, i'rab is what? Mansub. Right? You understand? That's clear.
Yeah.
Fataha, fi'l,
Mhm.
right? Past tense verb. Bilal, fa'il, marfu with dhamma.
Mhm.
Al-Bab, maf'ulun bihi, mansub bi fatah. That's it.
Okay.
Now, this here sentence means this. This here is what we're saying there. Bilalun fatihun. Let's stop right there. Based on that sentence, who opened?
Bilal.
So we can say then Bilal is a what at that time?
Opener.
Opener.
Yeah.
And the door, what's the position of door?
The door's open.
So then we can say al-bab maftuh.
Oh. Okay. Alright. Got it. Now I see what you're saying.
So the Fatihun, that's always Dhamma Marfu?
No.
Oh, no. Fine. That's not the fine.
In this sentence is not the foul. Look, stop him. What is this now? Grammatically now, how is Bilal being used? Mubtada. Cover.
Wait.
Mubtada. Cover. That's all we're saying.
Oh.
Bilal is an opener.
Okay.
I mean, that don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. But that's what, if we had this sentence here, that's in essence what we're saying. Is an opener. Right?
I understand.
And what got open? The door. That's what this sentence says. Al-babu maftuh. The door is open. Who opened it? Based on this here, who opened it?
Bilal.
No, look, based on this, al-babu maftuh.
We don't know.
That's not the concern. Who opened it? We just stating the fact.
The door is open.
The door is open. This sentence here now tells us who opened it. This here. This is an explanation of this.
That last one's an explanation too.
No, this is the same thing, right? This here is the full thing. This is the full sentence. This is everything. And here we know who the opener is, right? But in this here, we don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. All we know is that the door got open. We're not concerned with who did it. it's just like if we say, Hadith of Jibril. You know the hadith? Read some of it.
عن عمر من الكتاب أيضا قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
I know, I'm thinking of another hadith. Huh?
You at the end?
I'm thinking of the other hadith.
Intentions?
No. Third hadith. يجمع في
Islam, Dunya, Islam.
No, you have your.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
We got it over here.
Big burden.
What?
That's the first 10.
Huh?
It's the first 10. I think one is Aisha Halal and Haram.
I think it's that. That's huh? Halal or haram? No,
Oh,
it's 5. Halal haram is 3 or 4. What's 4?
I thought 3 was Halal.
I know intention got one.
Brother.
I didn't know, I didn't say you. I said, I said you jab. See, that's the thing.
Yes, 4.
In English, you said somebody ignorant. They wouldn't know. They just say, you told me ignorant, but I am. But you're saying, well, this is just temporary.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you said,
He called me Jahil.
no, I said, no, I didn't. Well, actually, I did. I said he's Jahil. Well, see, that means he can come out of that state, though. He's not Jahil, he's Jahil. Right? That's not a bad thing. No, but I was about to ask him a question.
Asked me a question, and I was like, "You asking the
I
wrong
ain't even
brother."
asked the question
He's
yet.
like, "Oh, so right now
You're
you're
Jahil.
Jahil." He said, "You're not Jahil. You're Jahil."
You have a chance
to
become unjahilism.
I said, "You called me ignorant." He said, "See, that's the thing.
See, but in
English,
English, you wouldn't know whether they
if
say
you
just
saying the
straight up.
person is just ignorant, or he's just
Just
ignorant to this
No, you
information."
could do that. You
talk
talk
about
about just say something, figure out some other kind of word.
You're either ignorant. Hold on.
Oh, I'm Jahil, right? That's what you're trying to say.
But there is a word for that, for ignorant. You can say you're ignorant or you're an ignoramus. If you're an ignoramus, you're just totally, you're ignorant. There is
Oh,
no,
That's
you say you're
Jahil.
ignorant, that's Jahil.
I was ignoramus was like a slang term.
I thought it was a real word.
I can't recall the hadith I'm thinking about. But if I say it in Arabic, you may know the hadith number. I can't think what number it is.
It means that you're just, okay.
The Prophet is making a statement, and then it says, he is a sadiq wal masduq.
That's Ibn Masud. That is one of the first ones. Yeah.
It's one of the first few hadiths.
He describes him as that before he gets into
Right, before he get in, right. He says, huwa sadiq wal masduq.
Yeah. It's from Ibn Masud, I think. It's the narrator.
it's within the first 10?
Yes.
It's within that. I don't know why I'm thinking it was, maybe look at the one in the womb.
It's the one in the womb.
In
It
the
is the
womb,
womb.
that's what's coming to me.
So what is that saying? That's saying
It's the womb.
do
Let's get the hadith. One moment. But this is with the hadith. But you can see ismu fa'il and ismu maf'ul. How do you say that? Okay. It's in that one. Okay. Shukran.
You found it. That's the one you was looking at before. You had it.
Yeah.
There we go. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. It says وهو الصادق. You see this here ismu fa'il and this here ismu maf'ul. Okay. Okay. All right. As-sadiq is your ismu fa'il, and your al-masduq is ismu maf'ul. Right? And these come from the verb saduqa or sadaqa. Okay? Okay? Right? 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 As said Ibn Masud, he narrating the hadith, and he's saying something about the Prophet. The Prophet is a Sadiq. Sadiq. Okay? Ismu Maf'ul. What's Ismu Maf'ul again?
Receive.
It's the receiver. So it's the one who does what that verb. So whatever Sod Del Qaf mean, he's doing it. So what does it mean? It's to be truthful. So the companion is saying about the Prophet, he is a Sadiq. He is a Sadiq. He is saying the truth. What he's saying is truthful. Right? And Masduq, he is Masduq. What's Masduq? It's Maf'ul, it's the recipient. So what he receives is the truth. You see? Right, then when we go into the hadith about, right, that's why, now you see why he mentioned it, because this information hadn't been known to nobody before about what happens in the womb.
How many days the embryos in certain states?
That's why he prefaced it with, who was Sadiq wal Masduq. The Prophet don't lie. That's the first thing. Let's get that clear. Why? Because he's Sadiq. And because of that, he has to be Masduq also. We have to, in other words, so we have to believe what he say, because he's Masduq. Thus, and then, I mean, everybody understand, that's your Ismu Fa'il, Ismu Maf'ul. You understand? Ismu Fa'il means the one who does the action. Ismu who's the recipient of it. So because of that, because the Prophet speaks the truth. So what people are going to naturally do, are inclined to do. And that's what makes him Masduq. Everybody understand the Ismu Fa'il, Ismu Maf'ul?
Isn't that like the state of being though? True, to be true?
If you want to say that.
Sadiq.
Okay, but that's your Ismu Fa'il, Ismu Maf'ul. Right, in a common hadith we use. I mean, also, it's also another good example I like to use is one in the Quran from Surah Hajj, I believe. Allah says, Du'ufa at-talib wal-matlub. At-talib wal-matlub. Everybody know talib. You associate talib with what meaning? Student. Okay? Student. That's what you associate talib with, right? Everybody know talib. Okay? What does it comes from what verb though? Talaban. And what does talaban mean? See, this is why,
I don't shoot it, but I don't.
What does talaban? Talaban means to seek. To seek. To want something. To desire. This is what talaban means. Okay? This is talaban. Okay? So. Okay? So. Du'ufa, so let's look at these words. So talib is your Ismu Fa'il. Matlub is your Ismu Maf'ul. No matter what, remember that these here are opposites. You have one on one end and the other on the other end. They're opposites. Right? One is the doer and one is the recipient. Right? Everybody with me? That's how Ismu Fa'il is. Right. One is on at one end of the right of the grid, and then the other is on the other end. And they're contrast. They're not the same thing. One promotes something and one became that or received that. That's your Ismu Fa'il, Ismu Maf'ul. So the talib, right? And then matlub is what then? What you going after. Right? So if you're a seeker, goal, but let's use the same words just to make it a little easier. Seeker, salt. There we go. There you go. We're back to grade school, all right? Seeker, right? Everybody with me? Ali?
Yes.
And then salt. What does Allah say? Da'ufa. What does the verb da'ufa mean? To be weak. What does Allah say about the talib and matlub? Da'ufa. At-talib wal matlub. The seeker and the sort, whatever you're going after, are what? Weak. Why would Allah say that? Go back to the ayat, to the beginning of the ayat. You don't know the beginning of the ayat? No. Oh, man.
We're like, okay.
We're like, go ahead, go
يا
ahead.
أيها الناس ضرب الله مثلا فاستمعوا إليه. O mankind. Allah says, O mankind. يا أيها الناس ضرب الله مثلا. Allah has made a similitude for you. What's the similitude? Allah talks about a dhubab. You know a dhubab?
Fly.
The fly.
Oh,
He talks about the fly. If the fly was to take something from you, right, you couldn't get it back. Whatever the fly, you couldn't get it back. But why did Allah use this as an example? Because Allah is talking about the people who worship others beside Him. So, if you're a worshiper, you are what? You are what? Abid. You're an abid. From the verb abada. Abada means to worship. Abid. You're a worshiper. What's the opposite? So if you're a worshiper, what are you worshiping? What is that called? Ha? Ma'abud. Right? Abid, ma'abud. Right? So Allah says, for those people who are abid, but whatever they're worshiping, which is the ma'abud, is other than Allah, the similitude of that is like the fly who snatches something from you. Da'ufat. Like in the fly, you couldn't even get it back. That's like the abid, the person who worships someone other than Allah, and the thing that you worshiping. If the fly took something from that, it couldn't get it back. So, the abid is weak as well as the ma'bud, the false god you worshiping, are both weak with Allah. So that's your ismu fa'il and your ismu maf'ul. Right? One is the doer and the other is the recipient. Look at the name of our prophet, alayhi salatu salam. Muhammad. That's why it's a peeve for me. You know, it bothers me. You ask me how to say the prophet name, and there's a difference between Muhammad versus. There's a difference between Muhammad and Muhammad. There's a difference between the two names, other than the fact that one has kasra and one has a fatha. But many people put them to ask them, say the name of our prophet. That's what they're going to say. Muhammad. Go in your memory banks. This is not the name of our prophet, though. This is the name of our prophet. Muhammad with fatha, not kasra. Ismu fa'il, ismu maf'ul. Big difference.
Wow.
Ismu fa'il is the one who does it. Right? Because this is now second form now. It's the recipient from the verb hammada. Or if you take it back to the original verb, hamidah, to praise. Right? We say our names. Anybody saying sallallahu on us. But we say the name of our glorious and illustrious prophet. You know, right? I mean, jokers getting their lives snuffed out. Or they making some film up. You know, it happens. Don't pick with him. Don't, you know. I mean, you know, just because. Look, they have all the liberties you want. Just don't cross this line. You say what you want. There's no other attitude given to anyone on the planet. They make mockery, unfortunately, of Jesus, of Isa alayhi salam, and they shouldn't. But you try that with Muhammad, see what happened to you. Muhammad has been protected. This is just how people are. I mean, he could, you know, in Sudan, they said this person made a doll or something and called it I mean, you know, I'm not laughing. Person got, you don't do that. Made a doll and said this is the Prophet Muhammad. All right. I mean, through the people ignorance. I mean, you know, the person got, you know, how we say it in the hood. Got, you know what? Got that. Right. But you understand what I'm saying? Right. So Ismul Fa'il is the recipient of something. Right? In this case, Muhammad is receiving something. When we say his name, I mean he's receiving whatever Hamadah means. Right?
That's not my full pattern.
Yeah, no, it's because it's a second form. This is for first form. That's on this pattern.
Second form is certified.
Oh, okay.
Okay? You wasn't here for that class, was you? We're going to talk about that, inshallah. Okay? I see you moving up the ranks, too. You was off the radar for a moment. You know what I'm saying? You easing on in there, Holly. You better watch yourself. I ain't going to take your spot in a minute.
I'm all right. I'm good with that.
All right? Okay? All right. So we understand how to get Ismul Fa'il, Ismul Maf'ul. Okay? Not all verbs have it. And then that's when we go to maybe the other kind of words, you know, maybe some other type of adjective that we may use. Because these are, in reality, although we call them nouns, they like adjectives, really. Okay? They really like adjectives. Okay?